This is a tournament vlog from the 2-day BFL at Lake Hartwell this year.
Over 105!
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're gonna fish a little tournament today. Gonna fish the BFL here at Lake Hartwell. I haven't fished a tournament on Lake Hartwell in a very long time. The Bassmaster Open's coming up here very soon. And man, your boy is quite rusty, to be quite honest. I am very rusty and I wanted to get out and fish some. So I decided just, look, if I wanna fish, just to jump in a tournament. So I'm coming straight out of retirement, out of summer vacation, straight into an event here. These guys around here, they don't really play when it comes to these BFLs. This crowd is not exactly child's play. So if, like I always say, you better be ready to buck if you're ready to nuck, or something, whatever I say. You better be ready to buck if you know how to nuck when you show up to the BFLs around here, because these guys don't play. So that's what we're gonna have today. I'm gonna vlog the whole experience. So if I catch one fish and don't do that well at all, you'll get to see it. If I catch 3, which our limit is 3 in these events, it's 3 fish limit. Obviously because we're doing a lot of fishing during the warmer times of the year, and they're just kind of being conscious of you know, all the pressure on the lake, which I kind of like. I think is very smart. 3 fish limit, and it's a 2-day event. So we'll fish Saturday and Sunday. Haven't had any practice, haven't been on the water at all. Could be good, folks. I'm actually looking forward to it. Man, we got quite a crowd here this morning. Look at them. We got boats wrapped around all the way to the entrance here at the launch. Turn the light on, see if you guys can see me. Not sure if you can see me here, but I'll try to give you a little talk through what's going on. So we take off at 6:30, okay? It's 5:56 and I'm at the back of the line and I'm boat number 5. So probably gonna be a little bit of a rush this morning to get it started off. I don't really like starting off like that. I do like, you know, I don't like getting at the ramp and having to wait around for an hour. That makes me nervous. But then I also hate being in line and not wondering if you're gonna get in before they start calling number of boats. We're boat number 5 this morning, first flight due in at 2:30. The only thing I got saved me today is it looks like it's gonna be pretty foggy. It rained all day yesterday. And we're actually starting to get some cooler temperatures. It's been in the 90s, and this morning the temperature is 70 degrees right now, which means we got quite a bit of fog. You know, we're starting to get those cooler temps already, even though I think it's gonna be in the mid 80s for a high today. So, you know, we're starting to get those fall time cool temps. That, along with that cool rain that we had this past weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see the water turn over. I did get to launch my boat and fish a little bit. Not fish a little bit. I got to launch my boat yesterday just to make sure everything works. And the water temperature is already like 79, where it was in the upper 80s just a bit ago. So, yeah, fall time is coming. Hey, T-Will, this is an old school BFL right here, ain't it? I mean, it's like it was back in the day, huh? Hey, just push it. Dang. There's people horny to fish, they ain't got the fish. That's good. Let's get the day started today. Let's get it started. It actually ended up not being foggy like I thought it was going to be, but I still miss my, even though they moved the blast off time to like 6:45, I still miss my boat number by a little bit. That's all right. But today I'm going to start off fishing shallow and see what happens. And then this is a 2-day tournament. So we're going to have, it's 2 separate tournaments. We'll fish today and tomorrow, but today I'm going to fish mainly shallow. Tomorrow I'll fish mainly deep. And then Well, I'll say that, but we'll let today decide on what we do tomorrow. You know, like traditionally, I would have done this vlog like I do most of all of my vlogs, and then after I thought about it a little bit, that's probably not gonna be the smartest thing to do. I got probably one of the best chances I ever had to do good in a big event in about a month from now. The whole purpose of me fishing this BFL was kind of to get myself ready for the Bassmaster Open this here in about a month from now. Now, that tournament, I've got a lot at stake because number one, I need to do good in that event because I'm trying to qualify for the Elite Series. This year is a transition year for me, so it's very, very important. I've got to exhaust every opportunity that I can to do well in that tournament. Second of all, if you win the Bassmaster Open, you go to the Bassmaster Classic. That's a big deal. So I need to try to protect every opportunity that I can. However, I do want to give you guys an inside look at my tournament here, the BFL on Lake Hartwell. Got a little awkward tingle. It ain't feeling right up here shallow this morning. Even though it's real calm, I don't like to fish offshore when it's calm, but I just got this weird feeling that the water's high and I don't like fishing shallow when the water's high. So I'm gonna try a spot here close to see if we can catch one or two off. I got the rest of the day to fish the bank. Like if there's fish on the bank, they don't leave. The ones offshore don't leave either. Well, we're moving again. My little hunch was incorrect so far. There was some fish out there, but we didn't catch nothing. So I'm gonna try 2 more spots. Then we need to do something different. Now I gotta be honest with you. I am, given that I haven't really spent that much time on the lake, I'm not really surprised that, you know, fishing is kind of tough right now. It's August. The water, it actually is starting to cool down a little bit, but usually that first cool down is some of the toughest fishing of the year. But I thought maybe if I kind of could rely on some of my places that I've caught them before, because I've had a couple of good like fruit jar tournaments here, but for the most part, it's been, excuse you, it's been pretty hard to for me to do well in the bigger tournaments here. It's hard to fish offshore here because most of the time when you try to fish offshore, everybody has the same electronics and the same mapping, so everybody kind of lines up on the same brush piles. Everybody finds the brush piles. Everybody finds the humps, so that's usually out of the question. And the other thing is, a lot of times this time of the year, the shallow fish just don't, there's not that many fish shallow. So it's hard for you to catch a limit shallow. So fishing is just tough in general. I knew that coming into it. I thought possibly, just possibly, that I could figure out just something. Because a lot of times in practice, you find out your best stuff. The first little hunch that you get is usually your best deal. I was kind of hoping and praying that would happen in this tournament. Rough day so far. You know, I have had 2 keeper bites. Did lock into 2. I'm gonna go do it over here. Hope y'all don't mind me not showing much fishing today. I probably won't show much fishing today or tomorrow. But it's been a rough day so far. I mean, I hadn't had a lot of bites at all. I just dumped 2. We only have a 3 fish limit today, and I dumped 2. And I caught one that I don't think he's going to measure, but I put him in there because I forgot my measuring board. But he's close enough to where I got to try to keep him and see what happens. I've been fishing primarily shallow today, and I was going to go out deep, but that ain't going to work because my sonar won't connect on the front of my boat. Wow, look at, we're going under the bridge here. That's pretty tight. Pretty tight. But anyway, sonar won't connect on the front of my this actually looks good. Might fish this tomorrow. What was I trying to say? Something about my sonar connect. Yeah, the sonar won't connect, so it's kind of useless trying to fish offshore. So I'm just taking it as a clue that I just need to fish shallow all day at least tomorrow I'll have all that out of my mind if I go ahead and fish shallow all day today. I have to admit, even though Lake Hartwell is my home body of water, this is where I fish all the time, it has traditionally been one of the hardest lakes for me to understand during the summer and fall periods of the year. Look, y'all, this thing got so bad, my man Will, he just looked at me and was like, are you gonna take me to your good stuff? I mean, Will was like, when you gonna take me to your good stuff, man?
I'm ready for it.
I ain't got no good stuff, man. This is probably, it's always tough in August, but this is probably the toughest I've seen it in a long time. That's August for you. It's always like this. Megan, let's move some of the stuff out here first. Whoa, there's a lot of water in there.
B.
Is it B? No, I don't think that's a B. Here you go. Let's get in. So I fished hard as I could on day one and just didn't get it done, guys. Like, I didn't catch any fish. I tried old stuff. I tried new stuff. Went shallow, I went deep. None of my stuff was working. Well. I don't even get to get a bag today. I did end up catching one solid keeper and one that I think is a keeper. Oh, here's our check-in boat way out there, maybe? That's the check-in boat out there? Yeah, it's way out there. About to miss my check-in boat. But yeah, we got smoked today. Smoked. Like smoked like I've never been smoked before. Well, that'd be a lie. I think probably the right thing to do, since it's not cumulative weights, even though we're fishing 2 days, it's not cumulative weights. And I only have two. Probably the best thing to do is throw them back, because I won't fish all these events this year. So let those guys that are going to fish all of them, I guess not screw them for points. Number 5. Yeah, I ain't.
You gonna fish tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna fish tomorrow. Yeah. Terrible. I only caught 2. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we probably just need to sling them bad boys back. Here's the bad thing. I have no idea what I need to do tomorrow. We did it all, didn't we, Will?
We did.
We did it all. We fished all. We fished.
You a bullshit all day? Bullshit all day. America, help me tell him to stop bullshit.
Hey man, I tried it all, man. I went shallow, then I went deep, then I went shallow, then I went back deep. I went shallow, then I went deeper, then I went a little bit shallower. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes, what do they say? I hear old folks say, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Yeah, the first day of the BFL, I was like a deer. I'm like a Mack truck. Like, I'm not the Mack truck. I'm like the deer that got hit by a Mack truck. You know when you see a deer in the road and you see his guts splattered out all over the road and the deer is like flat? That's me. That's me. My guts is laying out on the front deck of my boat and I'm just flat and run over like somebody hit me with a concrete truck, is what it felt like. So not only did I not catch him, I really didn't know what else to do, because I had spent enough time deep and I had spent enough time shallow that something should have been working, and none of it was working. All right, YouTube, tell me something. It's day 2 of Lake Hartwell here. I just pulled up to the ramp again. Now, here's the funny thing. I'm supposed to be vlogging this deal. I don't even really got nothing to say after yesterday. Like, I don't even know what to tell y'all about what I should be doing. I don't even have like this elaborate speech about, yeah, today I'm gonna adjust by using the barometric pressure times pi to turn my boat around in a more productive, like, I don't know. I ain't got nothing smart to say. I ain't got nothing cool to do. Like, I can't even promise you that I'm gonna do anything much different today. I don't think I mean, it sounds crazy. Like, obviously I only got 2 bites yesterday, so I probably need to do something different. But like, what am I going to do different? What am I going to do? I think, from what I can tell, like, at some point yesterday, I probably was around the fish that I need to do okay. But if you just miss it by just a hair, or just use the wrong bait, or just go a little bit too fast, you know, there's only 3 fish limit. That can happen really fast. You're just one flurry away from being like in the top 10. You easily could have rolled by a bush and caught 2 4-pounders just as easy as I would have went by the bushes. Not caught nothing, just like what you saw. But I can't promise you I'll do a whole lot different. I can tell you what I'm not going to do. I am not going to get caught up in that madness offshore today. I did swap around a little bit too much yesterday. I was going shallow, going back deep, going shallow, going back deep, going deep, then going back shallow, going back shallow, going back deep, then going half the deep, whatever that is. I don't think I'm gonna do that today. I think I brought my bigger boat. Is one thing that I did do because I wanted a little bit more range. My little boat holds 20 gallons. Good buddy burnt. I put them 20 gallons to fire yesterday. I burned all them 20 gallons. Them 20 gallons will never be the same again. I contributed to global warming yesterday the way I burned up them 20 gallons. So I did bring my big boat because I wanted more range. If I wanted to go way up one river and then go way up the other river and then do a donut, I can do that today. So that's the only thing I did different is, but I'm gonna fish the same way. I'm gonna do the same thing. That's one of the pluses to having a big boat is, you know, you got range. Get up there, don't like the watercolor. That happened one time yesterday. I ran way up one arm, got up there and water. I just didn't like the watercolor. Hopefully I'll get 2 or 3 of the right bites today and turn it around. But I like this. I need this pressure, y'all. I need this pressure I need the pressure. Pressure makes you better. And like fishing on the weekends and even just practicing by yourself like through the week when nobody else is out here, it really ain't that good for you. I hate fishing on the weekends because I hate the boat pressure. I hate all the weekend riders, and I hate wanting to get on something and can't get on something. I need this. There were places that I wanted to fish yesterday that I couldn't get on. So I'm hoping for like a miracle on day 2, because you never know what's going to happen in these events. I know like some of my buddies that actually caught them, when I talked to them, they were like, yeah, dude, I only got 2 or 3 bites or 4 or 5 bites. So, you know, in this event, there's only a 3-fish limit. So I know that if I can just get on one little flurry through the day, that's all it'll take to have a good event. So on the second day, like, for some reason, I'm really not that discouraged, even though I don't really have anything to go to. I know that a lot can change extremely fast. Well, here's day 3. It went a little better, but it still sucks. I got 1 good one and 2 small ones. That's pretty much all I could come up with today. I covered a lot of water, but I'm tired. I think I had enough Lake Alton for the last 2 days. I'm gonna take a break. We got a lot of work to get figured out between now and the open. I gotta figure out how to catch some fish because it's probably gonna be just as tough when we come back in September. Bam! Day 2. We got some money, folks. We got a little bit of pocket change. So things weren't so bad on day 2. Now, the fact that I got this little piece of paper, I ended up finishing 23rd in the event. Let me tell you what happened on day 2 that I did that was a little bit different, that helped me get a check. 3-fish limit, I had, let's see, I think it has my weight on here, 6 pounds and 1 ounce on day 2. The first day I only caught 2 keepers. I ended up throwing those guys back. So for you guys that saw the 0, well, in the video you saw my 2 little itty bitty keepers that I caught. I'm not fishing for points. I'm fishing, number 1, to learn how to fish the oh my God. Oh my God. My son just wasted orange Gatorade on my boat carpet. I'm not fishing for points. I'm fishing for knowledge of the lake to kind of get caught up on what I missed in the last 3 or 4 years for tournament fishing on my home body of water. And I am fishing for confidence. I want to go into the open with confidence in a couple areas because not a lot's going to change between August and September. It fishes about the same terrible in August as it does in September. Unless we get some type of massive cold front, then the fish start biting a little bit more, but the weights actually come down. But that's all I'm fishing for. that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to get out of this, and that's actually what I got out of this event. So I came out with just a little bit of a check. Yes, that's a bait, sir. That is a crankbait. He's showing me my crankbait, my MR6. What I did a little bit different in this one, I stayed with one thing all day. I never went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. First day, what I did wrong is I go shallow, I go deep. I go deep, I go shallow. I go a little bit deeper, and I go a little bit deeper. Then I go shallow, then I go shallow, then I fish the boat docks, then I fish the laydowns, then I fish the back of the crease, then I fish main lake cuts. I was doing too much. When the bite sucks the way it does now, thank you, buddy. When the bite sucks the way it does now, you got to take something and stick with it. And that's what I did. And I was just able to scrape up me 3 keepers throughout the day. I had 5 bites. I caught 3 of the keepers, and one of them was a daggum grown one. One of them was like a 4-pounder, probably 3.5, 4-pounder. And at one point, I thought if I could catch, yes, sir, I hear you over there. At one point, I thought if I could catch 2 more solid fish that I'd have a chance to actually do well. I just never got that other bite. So I'll take my little $294 that I got here, use it for confidence, and come back from the open, try to double down on what I learned this week. And hopefully I'll have a good week. Maybe make the Bassmaster Classic. The best thing I want to do is fish the best I can. Hartwell, I do have a lot of advantage because I spend a lot of time there, but if this is extremely tough, I'm going to say playing field is going to be pretty level when we get there.